Hello, everybody. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I'm Andy Signor, and it's time for Change My Mind Nerd Edition live. And I got my man Jody's corner here in my corner tonight. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff, including that crazy video I did yesterday. We're going to address it. We got a lot of headlines, so stay tuned. Thank you for joining us. But Jody, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's up, everybody? YouTube was good. It's your boy Jody Joe. Welcome to Andy Signor's channel. I'm Jody Joe. Rest in peace, Kobe and Gianna.
Yes. So Jody, thanks for coming tonight. You were mad at me yesterday. Let's get the elephant out of the room because I know a lot of fans have been wanting me to address this. You weren't a fan of my video. I want to go on the record to make it clear. Jody reached out to me and was like, "Dude, bad look." He was vocal out the gate, and I appreciated his comment. I appreciated you reaching out because you reached out privately. There were a few people who just didn't like what I said, and you know what? That to me is how you do it. I had some friends that I thought were sort of trying to just pile up on me yesterday, and it was frustrating. So anyway, what I first want to say is I appreciate you reaching out, sharing your thoughts, and I thought we had a fair back and forth about it. And that's what it's for. To address that, you can make a comment, but I want to sort of start and make sure I went there first, sort of address, because I know a lot of people are mad at me for that video, and I want to be clear. I do want to apologize for the timing of the video. I really think I just was too early, and it was just very disrespectful for me to jump in on that train when I did. It was just frustrating for me because what I'm just sad by is everybody just thinks I was trying to pile on and disrespect Kobe or his family, and that was just not the goal of the video. And I realize now, I could have said my piece better. I should have said it later because I know a lot of you were just mourning, and I think it's still very shocking. It's just awful what happened, and I'm sorry that I got in the mix and seemed like just clickbait trash, which it did look like at the time. So look, I stand by the message. I think the message of what I was trying to get at, I still believe in it. I don't want to apologize for the message, but I apologize for the way I did it because I think I could have been more classy about it. I think I could have been more respectful about it. And I hope you guys know, that was not my intent to hate on him or try to create more ill will. In fact, I think what people are doing right now is the way we are supposed to be doing it. I think we need to be applauding his legacy. The dude wasn't, as I said in my video, wasn't charged, with a crime. And that's important that we sort of respect him and not remember him for potentially one of his darkest days, because none of us should be remembered by that. So I want to make sure I got that out of the way and just really said that piece and hit it harder because I know a lot of you were coming at me. A lot of you were really mad. But there's been so much worse out there. I see people are even talking there were some really scumbag people out there. So I really didn't like being lumped in there because that was not what I was trying to do at all. And again, no disrespect. Kobe is such a legend. He's done so much, not just for basketball, but for charitable work. I tried to say all that, but it just came across stupidly. And so for those of you that were offended by me thinking I was trying to take shots at Kobe, I hope you can understand that was not the intent. Jody, do you want to comment further or sort of add anything else to that?
Yeah, I'm of the mindset that grown men do grown men things. I didn't like the video. I respected the video because you were being honest. And I always respect that, no matter if it's something I agree with or disagree with or not. But, me being a Kobe fan and and the death being so raw, it made me feel some type of way. And I thought about, my instinct was to hop in your comment section and I was going to say, bruh, this is too soon. Then I thought about it, I said, wait a minute. I said, let me hit him up personally because maybe he doesn't understand what this video is doing. So then that's when I texted you. We had the back and forth about it, and I let you know that this does not look good. It makes you look like a douche. It's a douchey look, even though I know I believed your intentions, and it's just bad optics. And that's as far as it's gonna go with me, and that's as far as anything's ever gonna go with me when it comes to the partnership between me and Andy. Guys, you guys really gotta understand. People hit me up, Jody, hey man, you can't do videos with him. Listen, it's all about, he has his channel. I'm on his channel. I'm a guest on his channel. I have my own channel. He's a grown man. He has his own opinion. I do not, cannot, have not, no power over what he says, what he believes, and nor should I discriminate him based on what he says or what he believes. That is not in the vein of just outright hate. Now, if you made a video, F Kobe, F his fans, F him, F that, this is that, then that's different. But I understood where you were coming from, especially since you have a dog in the fight, and it made sense to me. I just felt like that it was the wrong time. You acknowledged it. The video is not up right now as we speak, but I also said that if you And I'm gonna keep it real. I said, I see you took the video down. He was like, yeah, it's too soon. And
Well,
I'm
I
like,
didn't
yeah.
take it down. I enlisted the video because, and I'll clarify why I enlisted the video because I didn't want
Well,
to
it's the
keep.
same. It's the
I
same
didn't
thing
want.
to the viewers, is what I'm
Well,
saying.
no, I mean you're telling them. A lot of people didn't know that. I don't want the algorithm to promote that video right now. Is what I don't want because it's not. I just don't. That's not my goal, and it wasn't my goal to get clicks. I'm not removing the video. The video is there. You can find it through my links, and you can still find unlisted videos. I just didn't want YouTube. YouTube has this tendency to only promote my videos that cause and stir drama, that have like mixed results. And I just think, look, I'm not deleting the video. I'm gonna republish the video later.
That's what I was getting at.
But
That's what I was getting
I
at.
don't
And
want
you
to. I
said,
don't want right now for that to be sort of the promoted video in my feed because it's pissing people off, and that was not my
yeah,
intent. I don't. It's not like I'm taking back what I said because I'm still. What frustrates me is I think a lot of people are getting just so emotional as they should because it's a very emotional and raw topic, as you just said eloquently. But I do think there's a lot of hypocrisy to what some of these reactions were by particular people, and I think people were fairly calling me out. Well, you're making it about you. Again, wasn't my intent, but that's another reason where I'm just like, look. I'm gonna just pause this for a minute. It's not deleted, but I want to just respect Kobe and sort of what's happening. I don't want to crap on it right now. But it's gonna be back out there because I stand by what I said. You know what I mean?
and that's why. And when I heard that, I'm like, all right, well, you everything in there, you standing by your word. If I was in your shoes, I wouldn't even unlisted this sheet. I would left it up, and that's when I got upset. I got upset with you because you unlisted the video. I'm like, wait a minute. If you, this is what it is. No matter what I think, I said, forget what I think. Forget what the viewers think. Forget what them haters think. If you believe in something and you believe with complete conviction that what you're saying is right and that's the way you see it, you shouldn't compromise, even from pressure from me, even from pressure from fans, even from pressure from anyone. If it's something that you believe in, that's how I am to my core. So, I got upset that you unlisted it. I think it should be up right now since it's based on that's how you feel. It should be out there to share our beliefs with the world. And I understand the timing factor is what you said you rectified here. You're admitting that even though while you believe in the context of the video wholeheartedly, you do realize that the timing was wrong. And
Yes.
I believe that's the only reason why. I'm going to assume you could clarify it after I'm done. That's the only reason why it's an unlisted video right now is only because of the timing. Is that right?
Correct. I mean, the video is
Okay.
not. The video wasn't deleted. The video is going back up because I had so many people saying you better delete the video. I'm not. There's no way I'm deleting the video. But dude, I mean, I don't want to. I just the amount of rawness I was getting from people was insane. Like,
Yeah,
look,
bro.
it's an opinion. I understand
Kobe,
people are
baby.
raw and people love it, but it's
Kobe,
like
baby.
I lived in LA and I wasn't. Look,
No.
I'm sad for his family beyond words. Like I still am shook up by it. My family and I. It made me look at my kids all like dude. I get it. Like this is a heartbreaking tragedy. I'm not saying, but at the same time, it's like you can't just come at people who are just saying something you disagree with. That's what's so frustrating. I got this one comment I just want to share because I'm not going to call him out by name because I don't even want to publish him. But this dude just went off and just went like, you're a terrible person. You're not important to anyone anymore. F off into oblivion. Hope your ex gets full custody who deserves a father with actual morals. Dude, I got so many shit. Like these are the people who are telling me what to do. I am not kowtowing to them. They do not own me, but I can just see like people are raw right now. People are upset and I don't want to be in there stirring up hate towards Kobe or his family because my video wasn't trying to hit him. It wasn't trying to talk about him and those accusations or whatever happened. It was about the people who believe all women, believe victims, except when it's convenient. That is what my video was about. And people just don't want to hear that yet. But I assure you, I will put the message back out there later because it is a fair message and it's a valid message. Alyssa Milano, if she stands by all women and she's going to support all those people, she shouldn't be posting selfies with them. She should just keep to herself. It's hypocritical to me. Doesn't mean I don't support Kobe and think that he didn't do any wrong. He's not accused, right? He didn't get convicted. So that's fair. But there's just certain people that I don't believe stand by their convictions. So look, it's the reason it's unlisted for now is just because I want to respect a lot of people I respect were very upset. We're like, dude, it's too soon. So I want to say, look, I'm not evil. I'm not a mean person. I hear that, and I think that's fair. So it's there. It's not gone, and it'll be relisted sort of, in a few days or whatever when sort of it dies down. Because I don't want right now YouTube. I don't want to give YouTube that hate. I don't want YouTube to just take, because that's all YouTube does. I have so many people just come at me like, all you do is talk about cancel. I do it maybe one every 12, 13 videos. And that's the only ones YouTube promotes. And I'm just sick of it because I want them to watch this show, my movie commentary shows, stuff I'm also doing so they can see everything I'm out there. So I didn't want this one to just be a sore thumb right now and just have everyone come at me and ignore the issue, which they're going to ignore because they're high on emotions right now. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
But anyway, I appreciate you talking to me, and I don't want to make this stream all about it. What I wanted to make clear,
and mind you, I was up for that. I was completely let you guys know I wanted a full-on brouhaha. What the heck?
Well, I don't want to talk about the accusations.
What do you mean is that? I wanted this whole show to be that, but I understand it's about the pop culture, and we got topics to hit. So,
I'm not going from that. I just think a lot of people want to hear about the other stuff and have fun. There's so much talk about it right now. What I'm frustrated by, if we're going there a little bit, it's just like, who isn't capitalizing on him right now? Like every media outlet is. You can say they're not, but they're reporting on this 24/7. They're repeating things over and over again. It's all just new. Like we're all talking news about it. And there are people out there that I do think we should be calling out. Ari Schaefer, for example.
Let me ask you a question.
Have you watched that clip from Ari Schaefer? Like, what a scumbag.
Let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go for it.
Question right here. Were you a little bit upset that Kobe got celebrated when you were in the same situation and you didn't get your redemption? Was that a little bit of motivation?
No, honestly, it wasn't about me. The thing that triggered me, you're trying to get me. I'm always upfront with you. I saw Evan Rachel Wood's post, which is in my video, and I thought, man, I don't agree with her. I think she was way too harsh. But I thought, you know what? She's standing by her convictions. Good for her. And then I went around to see who else was doing that. Who else had the balls to actually stand by their convictions and actually say, no, Kobe's gross? Because, look, I know you don't. I'm not going to go there either. But some of these people, in theory, judging by the way they act in Hollywood and the way they believe, they shouldn't be supporting Kobe right now just because of, accusations. That's how the world works right now. So that's what bothered me. It has nothing to do with me. I mean, of course, there's probably some subliminal messaging there. Of course, I did take a shot at some of those people I knew because I know they're hypocrites. That wasn't there. I mean, sure, there's a part of me that's like, yep, screw you guys. Of course, there's a little bit but those I know are the hypocrites because it's like, how can they ignore certain accusations but not, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is a very thing. So it was more about the hypocrisy than woe is me or, I'm pissed at them. I want to move forward, but I hate when I see hypocrisy out there. It's complete BS. And that, that's what it was about. And that's why I tried to really start that video supporting Kobe and do it. At the same time, when I looked at the accusations and stuff, we've talked about this, and I don't want to go there right now because I know people are upset.
Yeah.
But it's fine, like, I don't want to go into like, did he rape somebody? Like, that's not what this should be about right now. He shouldn't be celebrated that way. He should be celebrated for the legend he is. And that's again why I unlisted and paused it, because I don't want to even have there's a lot of news outlets who are now reporting on that question. And look, it's going to be a complicated question. I think people will talk to you forever. But to be honest, no, you are right, and a lot of people who are celebrating right, we shouldn't be focused on that right now. That's why I'm unlisted. That's why I didn't want to have a whole hour just conversation about it, because that's what it's about. Again, what I was frustrated with about was I don't agree with Evan Rachel Wood, but I applaud her for at least standing by what she believes. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas other people, I feel like were just like, well, this is the popular trending hashtag, I'm going to get some likes, is really what I feel like a lot of people were doing. That's sort of a trend when people die. Here's the selfie of when I met the person, which, it is what it is. But it's like, again, I don't think Alyssa Milano, given her history, should have done that. Do you?
Why is it that you're crediting Alyssa Milano as the Me Too founder when that other chick is the face of it? Like, what happened? What's with Alyssa Milano? What is that?
She coined the term, dude. Trust me, I know my Me Too history. I know it pretty well. You know your Kobe history, but I know my Me Too history. And no, she's a very vocal.
Why do they have the other girl as the face of the Me Too movement, as the one who started? There's someone else out there that's credited that gets all the accolades.
No, there's several. I mean, it started even before, but it was Ashley Judd started it. Ashley Judd started it, and someone else. But my point is, there's a few really key people, and she's one of them. So whether she's the first or start, it doesn't matter. She's been very vocal. She's there at every trial. She has her face on camera at Kavanaugh's inauguration and everything. She's a very instrumental part in that movement. And regardless of what you believe in that moment, that movement, she should at least look. She doesn't have to call him out like Evan Rachel Wood does. I think Evan Rachel Wood shouldn't be going out. So you're a rapist.
What did she say? What did Alyssa Milano say?
She like sent some like how nice you, like how great he was, and a picture of Mr. Rogers quote, and then a shot of her looking up to him like sort of impressed. And look, that may be how she feels, but then practice what you preach with other people who are accused. Don't jump to accusation. Don't jump and take down Kavanaugh when he's saying he didn't do it. Right? Like what's the difference? You know, Kavanaugh wasn't
the Kavanaugh situation, but
Brett Kavanaugh, the congressman.
Like Weinstein.
Well, Weinstein's harder because I do think he's in trial and he's having some trouble. But
Yeah,
Brett
exactly.
Kavanaugh is the exact one. If people know I'm talking, he's the one who got accused for with I don't know. It's unclear. There's no proof of it. He's a Supreme Court justice right now. But that's my point. There are certain people in this movement that if you're going to be against them, then you got to.
People in Hollywood know shit though, Andy. You know they talk. They have information that even they can't speak on, and that's why they make their judgments. You know that. So you know Alyssa has heard from this person who knows about this, but it's not public news. It's just insider Hollywood stuff that people know. Maybe that guy is sick, and she knows stuff that she can't speak on, but she can't say how much she can't stand the guy.
No, he's not in Hollywood. He was in D.C. But
or wherever he was at. But people in Hollywood are in the know more than regular people are in the know, and she probably knows stuff that we don't.
No, you're giving her a pass. That's not. They're in the know for the movement, and they want to believe it when it's convenient. That's what the story was. And
it's not possible.
Well, no, just like you and I, neither of us really know what happened to Kobe. We don't. You can say you read everything in the world and you believe what you believe, but the reality is we don't know.
You're opening up that book. You're
opening up so fine. So go to Woody. Let's go to Woody Allen, or let's go to Michael Jackson. Let's go to Michael Jackson. How about that? Do we know for sure Michael Jackson did that? Because he wasn't convicted. In fact, they had every opportunity to convict him and they didn't. So is Michael Jackson, should we be destroying his life?
Michael Jackson is completely clear of all charges. He did nothing based upon his accusers' lying credibility, been caught in lies. When your accuser is caught in lies and their credibility is damaged and they're out for greed and money, nothing they say that comes out of their mouth is anything to be believed.
So there you go.
The exact same situation with the KOBE.
Judd Apatow, Alyssa Milano, Oprah Winfrey, everybody who's celebrating Kobe is not celebrating Michael Jackson. That is the hypocrisy in Hollywood that I'm trying to point out. Because why aren't they given the same pass? Dude's dead. He wasn't convicted. That to me is exactly there's example.
What exactly? Everyone's celebrating Kobe is not
they
celebrating
did not,
Michael Jackson.
No, that Finding Neverland documentary destroyed Michael by two people who have lied, who have not charged him with crimes. So
that's not everybody. Those are people with agendas, man.
No, dude. Oprah Winfrey literally kept using Michael Jackson, and then you produced that documentary.
Yes.
And
she's
turned
a terrible
on him.
person for that.
But that's Hollywood, dude. What are you arguing with me about?
That's Oprah.
Oprah.
That's
exactly.
Amount of people.
Jody, that's who I'm calling out.
No. You can't say the people who are responsible like Oprah and then just say it's Hollywood. There's people in Hollywood that ain't about these games. There's people in Hollywood
Jody,
that are with the real
people
shit,
I was
There's
focused
people in Hollywood
No,
that represent
you're
and love
wrong.
Michael Jackson.
No, there are a lot of fans of Michael
innocent.
Jackson, but go on Twitter, dude. There's a lot of people in Hollywood.
Oh my God,
dude,
Twitter does not represent society.
Jody, I know his nephew. He's going to be on my show. I've had deep conversations about this.
Twitter
no
does
one
not represent society.
Ignore
bro.
Twitter. Ignore Twitter. I am telling you, Jody. I don't want to keep doing this because you're frustrating me. You're so wrong on this one. No one is supporting Michael Jackson. No one's supporting Michael Jackson. They're not supporting Janet Jackson. They're not supporting anybody. Hollywood has blacklisted him because of that HBO documentary, which won a friggin' Emmy. So you're totally wrong.
Documentary is a confined thing. Anyone can release a documentary. It just happened to be Oprah, who has lots of power. And last time I checked,
commenters,
Oprah
can you help me here?
Bro.
Can you try and talk some sense into Jody? It's not just about Twitter. It's about Hollywood, which is who I'm calling out in this video. I don't understand what we're even arguing about.
Wait. Are you not aware that Oprah got backlash from the documentary? Are you not aware of that? Even Hollywood is people in Hollywood.
By people on Twitter, no, not in the broad scope. I'm talking to his family. His family's having a struggle. His family is struggling to get the word out because Oprah is not canceled at all. Sure, everybody's going to complain about somebody, but not to the scope.
The real ones already canceled Oprah. For the one does
Dude,
not
I'm
mean
with
the
you.
robots
Don't
you're
get me
talking
started
about,
on Oprah.
the blind followers that are told what to believe, they don't matter.
Dude, she's selling out arenas with The Rock in it. She's not canceled by any means of the stretch of imagination. So
I know.
There
I
are
know she's
now
not
you and
canceled.
I are in
She's
agreement, but so my point is Judd Apatow. There's so many people who will just take a dump on Michael afterwards, who are all like, Kobe, yeah. That is the hypocrisy, because you can't say Kobe's fine and Michael's not, because both weren't weren't charged with a crime. That was the point of my video. That's all I want to sort of get at, because we can go in circles. That was you just helped me get there. That was the exact point of what I was trying to say. There are like people saying there are literally radio stations who still won't play Michael Jackson because of that documentary, which was a completely biased piece of crap.
Yes.
So
and there was millions of people who refused to watch it.
There were way more. It was their highest rated. It was their highest rated documentary, I think, ever. Jody.
Why? Highest rated documentary on HBO means that everyone watched it.
No,
the highest rated show on VH1 is basketball girls twerking their buttholes. That don't mean shit.
But they watch it in Hollywood.
4, 5, 6 million of them.
All right, Jody, you're right. What do you want me to say? So Michael Jackson isn't canceled. His family's wrong, and the documentary wasn't successful.
Michael Jackson is dead.
Yeah, and it's horrifying what they're doing to him. He's not celebrated like he used to be because of that.
He's dead. If this happened when he was alive, totally different story.
It did, and they never convicted him, right?
We're talking about the documentary. The documentary came out.
They couldn't make the documentary when he was alive. Agreed. Anyway, all I'm trying to get at is that they couldn't make it because they would have been. Michael Jackson would have sued them to Kingdom Come, because they were constantly trying to get money from the Jackson family. People should do their homework on that, because granted, our chat and your audience might support you, but there are snakes in Hollywood, huge snakes in Hollywood, and that is who I was calling out.
I go against Hollywood on a lot of things too, but you can't just jumble. If it's Hollywood, it's Hollywood. Sometimes, bro, there's people that are in Hollywood that are genuinely good people.
Right, but I didn't call them out, man.
I know. You said Oprah's documentary. It's Hollywood. No, that's Oprah. That's Oprah doing some bullshit. And the chick under her, the one that interviewed R. Kelly, Gigi, whatever freaking name is, that's some Oprah shit. And look, they're here.
Gail, you mean Gail King? Yes.
Gail, yes.
That interview, come on, that interview was crazy. Gail King handled that really well, though. Come on.
She did a great job. But here's what I'm talking about. On the front of Oprah, I could only speak for my surroundings. I could speak for a lot of people that have this melanin in their skin. We ain't effing with Oprah no more, bruh. And that's facts. That you don't see, you ain't a part of it. And I understand. But we ain't effing with her no more after that, bro. The community of Michael Jackson, the real supporters and fans, we ain't effing with Oprah no more. We pissing on her off of that shit. We're mad about that slander case. The FBI agent came out and says everything they said was a lie. So public perception, real ones don't care about that. Just as long as we know what's real and we live our lives accordingly, forget what everyone else believes.
Sure. I mean, all of Hollywood isn't terrible. I agree. There's certain people in there, but I would argue it's a bubble of people who don't want to say unpopular opinions, because then they're ostracized. And that's what I'm referring to. And I think there was a lot of people, the ones I called out, who I just think are hypocritical, because I know they were, because they will blame, I know from experience, they blame people based off accusations. But
it's a lynch mob out there.
And that's what I'm calling out. That's what I was calling out. So,
I'm at war with most of the same things you are. Just let that be out there.
Yeah, and look, I hear you. I mean, I think this is a complicated conversation. It's a heavy conversation. I'm not opposed.
It's a conversational. That's what I respect.
Yeah, no, it's not opposed to having it. I'm here having it always. I don't shut people down. Baby. But that's why I was so frustrated by people reacting to that video, because they just jumped to conclusions and they just said you're anti-Me Too. You're against all of this. Stop telling me what I am, and stop telling me what kind of content I can make. Like, Jesus.
You know what you need? I got a solution for you, bro. I got something that'll fix all that. You need moderators on your channel, bro. You need more blue wrenches.
Yeah, sure.
They could be in your comment section, and they can weed out all them cancerous comments.
Some of these, I got to get some more, because Bunda, you're a killer, Devin. Bro. But I need, if anybody is in my Michael, I see you there all the time. I need to get some more people I trust who are supporters who are here all the time to sort of help me do that.
Look at this idiot right here. Look, Cold City. Who would have freaked that long name? Jody is defending Hollywood to get tickets to the premieres. That's stupid.
Wait,
You're a cuck for saying
Can
some
you?
dumb shit
You
like
should
that. What
label.
is that?
Jump in there so I can make because I still have to. If you make a comment, I can upgrade you instantly
Yeah,
live.
look at that. Can I be the honor to do this? Don't do it, Bunda. Don't
do it for it. Let him do it.
Don't do it. I just commented.
There we go. He's just commented.
there
Add
I am.
moderator. There you go. You
There
are
I
now
am.
a moderator.
There
Jody's
it is.
gone.
Hey, no,
You're
no,
in trouble now, guys.
I see comments getting retracted now. Hold on. What's his name? Cold thigh high. Hey, I got something for you, player.
Boom.
Bunda 66.
Hit me up on Twitter. Tell me support me. It's the ones I know because I'll remember. To remind me the hardcore people in there or members. Members. Jen She Fox, thank you. Why can't I watch the Michael Jackson Simpsons episode of Disney Plus? Amen. I have that episode taped. And on DVD, and I've shown that to my kids several times. They love it. Lisa, it's your birthday. And now you're telling me that I can't show that content to my kids because of that documentary? That was the most cowardly thing The Simpsons did, even beyond just beyond firing Apu. It's just like the other one that really bothered me is I took my kids to see Weird Al in concert, who I'm like my idol, and he didn't do the Michael Jackson covers. He didn't do Fat. He didn't do Eat It. And my song to my kid is Eat It because he doesn't eat. I was so excited to hear Eat It, and he's like, nah, I didn't want to do it because of all the pressure. That's what's happening in Hollywood. That's BS. And all those people who were calling out Michael Jackson. Whatever. If you want to call out Michael Jackson, that's your right as freedom of speech. But then you can't go say, "Oh, Kobe's a hero," because they both have serious accusations. And if you're going to then believe all victims, you got to do it across. Otherwise, you have no conviction. That's why Evan Rachel Wood. While I don't agree with her, I at least applaud her for standing by what she believes in. And all these other people are cowards. They're just.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I'm going to play devil's advocate. Kobe's accusations and Michael's accusations are far away from each other.
Yeah,
Michael's
sure.
accusations were little kids, bro. Come on.
Yeah, no, look, but he still wasn't accused.
That's a whole nother level of hate.
He wasn't. I agree. Don't get me wrong, but he was not convicted. He was not convicted.
I know.
And there's a lot to that story that I know it's like people don't want to say it. I'm going to say it because it is what it is. Look, he did some stuff I think is still weird. Of course, I think there's, and I want to get more of that conversation. I'm hoping I'll be able to do that because if you guys don't follow Taj Jackson, you should. He's defending his uncle like crazy, and he's a great guy and just trying to do his best. But there's a lot there. I wish I hope that comes together. I'm trying to his schedule's tough. I'm hoping I'll line that up at some point because that is a really sad story. What's happening to that family, and that there's a lot of support there. There's a lot of Michael Jackson support, which good for them. But it's sickening to me when Hollywood will not see the hypocrisy there. It is. So anyway, let's move on to some fun stuff because I don't want to keep doing this.
Let's go.
I want to talk about some fun topics. Thank you guys who are still with me, bearing with us. Let's do a fun pivot. Boop. Transformers, Jody. What do you think of Transformers?
Oh my God. When I think of Transformers, I think of in 6 years when I turn 40, I'm gonna have to go into the doctor for that colonoscopy thing. Or the doctor. That's what I think of.
So you're not a fan of Transformers?
That's correct.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not either. But new Transformers movies are in the works from Zodiac and Army of the Dead writers. I gotta get rid of this.
Oh, that's news.
Paramount and Hasbro are pursuing concurrent development as they seek to expand the war between Autobots and Decepticons. They're rebuilding Transformers by hiring 2 writers to pen scripts for the multi-billion-dollar franchise. Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead, which is upcoming, and James Vanderbilt, who did Dave Fincher's Zodiac, have been tapped to pen separate scripts and current development. This is after Bumblebee was the 1980s spinoff, and then obviously all the Shia LaBeouf films, Megan Fox, etc. They don't know what the new directions are going to be, but these are, in theory, new arcs that could go there. So the question is, I want to see, the way this show works is we put out headlines and we try and challenge each other to see if we can change our mind on certain subjects. I'm a fan of Bumblebee, so you know what? I could see Transformers being worthy. The question is, should there be more Transformers movies? What do you think, Jody?
Oh, that's the question. Should there be more Transformers movies? Is
Yes.
that what I'm going to try to...
What do you think? Do you want to fight that?
I don't like Transformers. Free Transformers.
I could go either way. You could take it.
You got it.
I like Bumblebee, so I could say that there are.
I would love to hear your pitch to convince me why there should be more Transformers movies.
All right. Well, I think once you strip away Michael Bay, once you strip away Michael Bay and you put in a character like Bumblebee, who doesn't have to talk too much,
Mm.
and you put in some fun. You put in Haley Steinfeld is a good actress from True Grit. She's got serious grit there, and they made it like an '80s film that had some danger to it. It felt like an old school '80s movie, a little scary, funny.
Talking about the same movie,
Bumblebee. Yeah, I thought it was a really solid movie. And if you go that approach and you don't just become as they said in the honest trailer, just two junkyards having sex, which is what the other I feel like Transformers movies is just boom 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 boom. If you actually can focus on some interesting adult characters, simplify the robot characters and put them in sort of that world, I think you could make cool Transformer movies. So Bumblebee was, I think, the perfect example of that. And I think as if they go that route of standalone, interesting ideas of sort of short circuit robot and a girl, I think you could do that again. I would see another Bumblebee.
All right, I could see that a little bit. When you started off and you were talking about when you strip away Michael Bay, I was like, hey, you know what? Hey, that sounded good for a second. And then when you replace that with add in Bumblebee, I was like, oh no, you lost me. Because I do not like that Bumblebee movie. Bumblebee is the best Transformers movie. Bumblebee is probably the greatest action film of the last 10 years. Bumblebee was everything a Transformers fan and a little boy growing into a grown man would love to see in the first 5 minutes when they were on their Transformers planet. Why am I
Cybertron, yeah.
Cybertron. When they were on Cybertron in that first 5-6 minutes, and I saw that sequence with Optimus and shit going down, and I actually saw the planet and shit was raw. I said, yeah, we're destined for greatness. This is fire. And then they flipped the script and went back to Earth. And they keep going back to Earth. And they keep going back to a kid, a girl, a boy that has to tag along. And they keep going to that whack, kiddie, no stakes having, small. Why is he so popular? Oh, yeah, because of kids. Freaking Bumblebee, bro. Bumblebee is not the best Transformer. He's not the second, third, or fourth best Transformer. Why is this dude? Bumblebee is awesome. He's so great because of the doggone kids. Now, it's Paramount, right? That's what this is. Paramount's making these new ones, yeah?
Yeah.
So they retain their rights to their Transformers. They released Transformers 1, 2. So Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Transformers Dark of the Moon, Transformers The Last Night. No. Age of Extinction. And then The Last Night. The first one I liked. The second one had parts. Everything after that, wash. And this Transformers franchise has been really separating real cinema and real action fans from just clowns who just like to see, like you said, junkyards having sex. And I gotta say, man, I do not ever want to see another Transformers movie again because I know the formula. And Paramount is back again. If you said Universal took over, Warner Brothers took over, heck, Sony or Disney, I would have got a little bit more excited, and I probably would have gave this a chance.
All right, well, there you go.
Gonna go back to it.
This isn't yin and yang. I'm changing your mind, so fine. We'll do everything you just said.
Yeah.
We'll do everything you said. We'll get rid of Michael Bay. We'll put it on Cybertron. It'll still have sort of a fun. It could have a fun '80s feel, like Transformers the cartoon movie, and we focus on the Transformers instead of the people. We do Beast Wars. What do you think? Did we change our mind? We down for more Transformers?
Game. Sign me up.
Ding, ding, ding. All right, that's how the show works. No points.
That's what it is. Then. Yeah,
no points. I think we should
not going to do that, though.
This show needs to be us positively trying to change each other's mind in a story to sort of, how do we both agree?
Oh, heck yeah. That's okay. Well, yeah, that's what would have to happen. We could talk about what would have to happen for what would have to happen for this to be successful? What would have to happen for this to be awesome and loved and beloved? What would happen for this to come back and be popular again? And then we get into positivity.
Yeah. Well, there you go. We just changed our mind. There we go. I'm excited for but Madman Mark. I literally watched Bumblebee for the first time and I fell asleep multiple times. Oh well. I saw a couple other people who liked it too. And I'm adding a couple of moderators. People I've recognized. You guys have just gotten mod power. If you abuse it, I will remove it. I will remove it. But I think I can. Yeah. So, I'm giving some of my OG members. If you guys join and you're members, and I see that yellow badge, boom! You guys have been here since the beginning. You've earned moderation, which means you can, if someone's being a jerk, you can cancel them out. So welcome to the team. All right, well there you go. First one we walked out. We did it. So let's go to round 2. Robert Pattinson's The Batman.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
look, I don't know if we're gonna have to change each other's mind. I'm excited for this. I think this
I'm
is.
not.
Oh, you're not. Okay, good, perfect.
No.
Well, there you go. I'm excited for this because I'm ready for a new take, and I love that it's not some like weird blue or hue. It looks like it's gonna be normally colored. It's he's shooting with a clap. That means it's on film, I think. And this original clapper. There's obviously not much to gauge yet, but he didn't introduce 2 more characters, like regular city characters. But I'm on board for this movie. I think Robert Pattinson is due. You're not. So you don't think this could be a good movie?
I think it can be a good movie, but it's not. I don't think it could be a good movie more than I can think it'll be a bad one. I'm more in the middle. I'm really on the fence, so this is really kind of like perfect. But I'm not excited for this film because there's too many factors that are working against this movie for me. Number 1 is Matt Reeves. Robert Pattinson. I gave him a chance. So me and Rob are cool. I know that I questioned his acting ability after the Twilight saga, which was atrocious acting across the board. And I'm like, you got that dude to be Batman? And a lot of my subscribers were like, yo, Jody, he did a lot of indie, man. He did. Check this movie out. I seen the movie he did with the Lighthouse. I saw that one, and I saw a lot from him. So I'm like, you know what? I would like to see you as Batman. So he's cool with me. It was that cast of Catwoman, the cast of Penguin. Those are suspect for me. Combined with the director, I just can't get behind it.
So you don't like Planet of the Apes, the Rise of the Planet of the Apes with James Franco? You didn't think that was a cool reboot?
I like Rise, Dawn, and I dislike War.
So Matt Reeves did Rise. He started that franchise, which was like coming off of Tim Burton.
He did all 3.
No, he did the first one. Rupert, what's his name? Rupert Wyatt did 2 and 3. Matt Reeves did.
Matt Reeves didn't direct the 3rd one.
Oh no, maybe I'm wrong. Sorry, you're right.
I thought he did
no,
all 3. That's
you're right.
trilogy.
Rupert ever did. I'm mistaking it. He did the first one. He did Dawn and War. Sorry, you are correct. I did them back and forth. But you didn't like Dawn or War? Or you liked War but not Dawn? You liked Dawn but not War.
My favorite one was probably. Well, I'll give Matt Reeves credit.
The second one is great.
Rise is the second one, right?
Rise is James Franco, where he
so
first speaks, and then Dawn is him and Coco. Where is it, Kobo? Which I thought was the best one.
Koba.
That was friggin' great.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
I like the first one, but I think the second one, and then I'm with you. Third one wasn't as good as the other ones. But my point is, he did pretty well in that first one, and just all that CGI, getting Andy Serkis to deliver in that performance, it was pretty damn impressive. I thought I didn't think they could ever not only bring Planet of the Apes back, but make it serious and make me care the way they did was pretty damn impressive. So my point being, I got to give Matt Reeves props. Like, he did it. And not to name drop, but I got to interview him they flew me out for War to New Zealand, and I got to do the junket, and I talked to him. Dude's a huge Batman fan. Like, this is like a big deal for him. Like, he's very, very excited and very involved in it. So that's the other reason I'm on. Excuse me. Oh, Smirnoff Ice made me burp. Gross. I'm very excited because he's a fan. He's a fan, and he seems like a smart fan, and he's been really taking time to do this right. He started with Ben Affleck, and then when all Ben Affleck had his trouble, he had to still adjust it. So I think that Matt Reeves, to me, isn't the problem. I'm with you on some of the casting, but they're all fantastic actors. Like Colin Farrell, I'll watch him do anything. Did you like Gentleman? Wasn't he freaking great in The Gentleman?
Yeah, he was good in The Gentleman.
I mean,
I liked his character the most in that film.
Him and Hugh Grant were, to me, the standouts, and Colin Farrell's just such a surprise, fun little character to nowhere. But I just think Colin Farrell can just pull it off. So even Dumbo, which I hated, I thought Colin Farrell at least was interesting. Like, Colin Farrell delivers the performance, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And then Paul Dano, I don't know. I think he's done really great performances. Swiss Army Man, There Will Be Blood. I mean, he's done a lot of fantastic stuff. So I'm at like benefit of the doubt. And this idea of multiple.
I like him too. I'm certifying him, and I'm certifying Commissioner Gordon casting.
Jeffrey Wright. Jeffrey Wright is gret, and I like Andy Serkis getting the chance to do a live action role as Gordon. Zoe Kravitz, we'll see. I haven't been disappointed by her, but I haven't been impressed by her.
You said Andy Serkis is
Commissioner Gordon.
Wait, what happened to Jeffrey Wright?
No, sorry. Who's who? He's the mayor.
Alfred. He has
He's
to be
Alfred.
Alfred.
He's Alfred. Yes, you're right. Andy Serkis is Alfred.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Wright's
Jeffrey
Commissioner
Wright's
Gordon.
Gordon. Yeah.
But still, that's it's pretty
Yeah,
good cast
okay.
rounding up. And
Yeah, that's good.
I think Zoe Kravitz is the one where I'm like, I don't know. And then John Turturro as Carmine Falcon. I love John Turturro. Peter Skarsgård is in it as well. It's a pretty fun cast, and I like the multiple villains, not in a Joel Schumacher way, but in sort of if they go Arkham Asylum and it's actually dark. I mean, come on, this is good. This could be, and you at least are giving Robert Pattinson a fair shot because the dude can act. He has proven that. So how do we not change your mind?
Penguin for me. That casting is off. The casting for Catwoman is off, and then combine that with the director. Now, you brought up him and Ben Affleck, and that my issue, is not with Matt Reeves on a creative aspect. Even though I didn't like War that much, when I turned my back on Matt Reeves is when he turned his back on the fans, and he was playing with us, and he's a liar. He got caught in lies on Twitter about handling the Ben Affleck as Batman situation. I really feel like Matt Reeves is a snake because he released tweets saying, "Oh, I don't know what's going on. The script is done. Yeah, we're doing this and this." And Ben was coming out saying something totally different. And then there was a leak. And then Matt Reeves leaked something. He said something by mistake on Twitter. It was a long time ago, but he leaked something on Twitter that cracked the internet. And we were like, whoa, yo, what's going on? What's going on? And then everybody was commenting over it. I think he released it on like a Friday, and he didn't pop up until Monday. So the whole weekend, the world is like, yo, Matt Reeves saying this and this. And then in order to downplay it, he was like, whoa, guys, calm down, calm down. I meant this. And it was totally off from what he said. We clearly saw he was caught in a lie. He said something he shouldn't have said, and then he tried to back out of it. He didn't own up to his shit, and I just don't respect directors who don't take responsibility and then directors who blatantly lie. And Ben Affleck got hung out on the ringer, man. Film, he really wanted to get done. He was writing, acting, and directing that thing.
He was going
I think Matt Reeves had something to do with why he was out of there.
Well, one, your screen is frozen, just so you know. We can hear you still, but for some reason your video froze during your monologue there, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
Try to fix it.
While you're trying to figure it. Look, I don't want to get into that either, but from what I've heard and inside I know, Ben Affleck was going through some serious personal struggles. And so I don't know if if Matt Reeves has the power to do such a move. That seemed to me like Warner Brothers is like, dude, Ben, get your shit together or you're out. So I don't know if I would point to Matt Reeves as the problem of that, because it just seems like, how does Matt Reeves have the power to shut down Ben Affleck's game? I think he probably was just like, can I keep the gig? What can I do to make sure I'm still employed, Right. So that was my only, that's the only thing I would say to that. I don't know if that's the case. Matt Reeves can't have the power to fire Ben Affleck. That seems crazy. But as you get your camera sorted, because Jody's fixing it and he's restarting his thing.
All right, we're back.
We're back. There we go. All right, cool. So I think, yeah, sure, he could have. I don't think either of us know, but he clearly wanted to freeze your webcam there. He's pissed at you. But I think, I don't know. I think that was a Warner Brothers Ben Affleck mutual decision because, because Ben Affleck was going to direct it at some point too, right? And then Matt Reeves came in to replace and then sort of was going to direct him. It just feels to me like there's clearly more to the story, but I don't know if Matt Reeves would have the power. All right. Well, Jody's still having...
I'm still here. Oh,
I guess we can hear you. As long as we can hear you, that's fine. All right. Let's go. As he's figuring that out, I have another story I want to jump into.
Am I back?
You are back. Right. You're back. All right, cool. Here's some others. Let's go through some other fast headlines, but this one's fitting because it's Fast and the Furious 9. They did a teaser with Friday, Vin Diesel. He's saying, I can't live my life a quarter of a mile at a time anymore, because he's a dad, and we get to see his kid, and then we get the necklace and stuff is what's happening. But Friday is when we get to see the trailer. They've now officially titled the film F9. Like, is there a franchise with worse titles than the Fast and the Furious movies? There's no rhyme or reason to the titles. They change every single time.
Is giving it a fight.
Sure, but it's not a whole franchise. That it's like a Fast and the Furious, and then it's Too Fast, Too Furious. Then it's, let me see if I can do them all. And then Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, and then Fast and the Furious, and then Fast 5, and then Furious Fast and the Furious 6, and then
Furious 6, I believe.
No, it's Furious 7, and then it was Fast 8. and now it's
no. Fate of the Furious.
Fate of the Furious, and now it's F9. I mean, that's a really. I like my movies in my DVD like wall still to like have some alphabetical nature to it, and that just pisses me off. And now it's called the Fast Saga. Anyway, here's my opinion. Tell me if you can change your mind. Wow. Vin Diesel needs to retire after Fast 9.
Why is it because he's 55 years old?
No, I'm just over his attitude. I'm over Dom. I don't care anymore.
Deep Boys, all that it's cheesy now.
I liked it. I'm there for part 9, but Vin, come on. You gotta find a new franchise. You can't keep relying on this one. It's time. Paul's not there anymore. You kicked out The Rock. And now you're just like hanging around, still playing. It's like he's late to the party. Like, yeah, Fast is still good. Look, I hope if this is like the finale for Vin and he's going to step out, and then maybe he shows up in 11 or 12, whatever. Okay, but he needs to step out of the shadow of the spotlight on this one and just let it end for a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah, I gotta agree with the fact that Vin Diesel's kind of looking. It looks to me. They released a little like a 1-minute clip pre-trailer, right?
Yeah, it's a 10-second clip. The trailer drops Friday. But everyone's like, how can you name your movie a keyboard hotkey? The F9, it's true. F9 does Nerd Wars. There it is.
Bruh, like I think that
that's F9,
point,
the movie.
It looks like he's a little too old. It looks like he's too old for the franchise. It's like, bro, you're and The Rock is close, but with Vin, it's the same old shtick. The Rock kind of switches it up. You know what I'm saying? He could play different, but every time I just seen the Bloodshot trailer, bro, and that's another network. That's with Sony, and it's a superhero film, and you're still doing the slow Dom turnarounds and with the deep voice. I gotta get this done. I'm like, come on, bro. Is this you? Like, is this what your shtick is like gonna be for everything you're in? I mean, I think it's way too late for him to change it around now and actually become an actor. I saw like 2 seconds of it and I clicked away because I didn't want to get spoiled on the trailer. But I heard he looked at his son. Oh my God. He looked at his son and he said, what did he do? He picked a tool up and he says, "Are you sure about that?" God, like he's consciously making the decision to live the Paul Walker life and following daddy's footsteps because he's helping you do. I mean, come on with this. It's cheesy as heck. But I love the Fast
yeah,
films.
Look, I love the cheesy too. I'm with you, but at a certain point you gotta
move on. You gotta let it go.
You gotta throw the cheese out or put it in the fridge for a while. So all right, so we're gonna have to change anybody's mind, but that was at least fun to talk about. Bunda,
but I am excited. I am excited about this sheet though. Like, what do you think, man? Are you thinking? Are you at $1 billion?
Yeah, it could. I mean, the timing's good too because it drops. When does it come out? When is it coming out? May. Okay, so yeah, I mean, Black Widow, I do not think is going to be as big as everyone thinks. I think there's Marvel. People are like, oh, I want another Marvel, so they're going to go see it.
What do you got for Black Widow?
But I could see Fast and the Furious outgross Black Widow.
Yes, it's going to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm leaning too. I think that's probably not everyone's going to say that, but I think Fast 9 could do it, especially if they smartly, set this up as Vin's last movie. If this is like the finale for Vin and like say goodbye, this is the end for I
heard they want to do
Dom.
10 of them.
Sure, but I don't know. I think you got to end off Dom. You're bringing in John Cena. You got to figure out a way to rebranch and do the next one because you can cast somebody in Fast 9 and Fast 10 and put some other of the cast there and still make it fun.
It'll die. It'll crash.
But I don't know. I don't think you can do Fast 10 after I don't care about Fast 9 if they're doing Fast 10 with Vin, honestly, unless they're going to space and it's Fast X and they're finally getting on the rocket and they're going to Mars. Then okay, fine. But I don't think they have the balls to do that. But I do want to read here. Bunda, thank you for the support, Bunda. Andy, please tell us the story of when Vin Diesel showed up like 2 hours late to the junket with his people. Yeah, so that happened. We were there shooting. Nick Mundy was shooting a thing with The Rock. We did him eating a banana with the Rock or something, like Lady and Tramping a banana. And The Rock is the coolest dude, I will say. Like he really shows up and is such a pro, knows exactly what he's doing. Like Instagrammed us before we went on. Dude knows how to play up to the press and to people and be a movie star. That's why he's doing so well. So he was there on time, doing everything great. Vin wasn't. 2 hours later, they've all been waiting, the press, the other cast members, and then Vin shows up with a Beats by Pill. Na 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 that song, you know, Paul the Wallbar. He literally comes in with a soundtrack to interrupt every interview as they're mid-interview. Oh, what's going on? Walking up to each little pod to shake hands and say, how's it going? It was so rude and cocky. And you could just tell Dwayne was just like, dude, are you effing kidding me? Like, why are you interrupting my interview and like showing up and making a scene when you're this late? Like, get to freaking work, bro. It was just the most like ridiculous thing ever. So I mean, that just sums him up in a way that I think. Look, I'm not even trying to knock him out. Bunda made me tell the story again. But you can tell he's just that type of guy. Everything's big with him. He thinks he's the head of the room, and he is. He's Vin Diesel. Look, I'm not trying to knock Vin Diesel. I like Vin Diesel. I mean, I'm excited for Bloodshot. Are you?
No.
It could be cool. You don't think it could be cool?
It could be, but it probably won't. At this point, like, why is Vin? Bro, think about it, man. Vin Diesel ain't no star. He ain't shit. He's a guy that latched on to Fast and the Furious and wouldn't let go. And all of a sudden, because he got so much money from Fast, he was supposed to put him on this iconic level. He ain't there with me. When he
is
retires,
he a movie
he ain't
star?
gonna do nothing to me.
Like Robert Downey Jr., the conversation we had, is Vin Diesel a movie star?
He's right there with Robert Downey Jr. He is not a movie star.
Without the Fast movies, he can't really. I mean, Guardians doesn't count.
It, those Pitch Black movies and Chronicles of Riddick didn't do well. That Witcher Hunter Slayer,
that was
none
really
of the
bad.
movies did well.
I liked
that dude.
What was the? Yeah, no, you're right. Triple X Return of Xander Cage was friggin' funny. It was.
Oh, man.
It was fun cheese.
That was a terrible, entertaining. That was an amazingly entertaining, crappy movie.
Yeah, it was pretty solid. Anyway, but all right, so here we go. Let's go to the next topic. I'm going to breeze through some of these. Lethal Weapon 5 confirmed with original cast and director returning. Apparently, well, that headline seems a little misleading for MovieWeb. But we're trying to make Lethal Weapon movie again. Richard Donner's coming back. The original cast is coming back, and it's amazing. The story is very personal to him. Mel and Danny are ready to go, so it's just about the script. Now, that doesn't mean it's coming, but dude, sign me up. I'm on board. Look, I want to see Lethal Weapon 5. I didn't like Lethal Weapon 4. But I kind of want to see the bad boys treatment.
They ended it so perfectly. I'm almost part of the critic side of me says no, do not let this happen. But the fan in me is saying bring it.
So we agree. I mean, look, people. What about Mel Gibson? Is he allowed to come back?
They're old, bro. Yeah, Mel Gibson definitely is gonna come. They're old as shit, bro. Donnie Glover got to be 70.
Yeah, and Chris Rock, you got to get back too, right?
Chris Rock comes back. The daughter, the wife. Yeah, you got to do. What happened to Riggs' wife?
Jet Li was the bat. He died at the end, right? He can't come back.
Did he die? Did they kill him?
He's old too.
He got drowned or something.
Dude, have you seen people? I did not notice him in Mulan. I was like,
he's sick. He's dying, bro. I think he's dying.
Who? Jet Li?
Jet Li, he had like a really bad sickness or something at one point.
He looks really. I'm excited to see Mulan, but I was like, is that Jet Li? Holy crap!
Yeah,
but anyway, I like Jet Li. No disrespect, Jet Li. We all get old. It's gonna happen. But anyway, Lethal Weapon 5. It sounds like we both are excited for this. This is something that could happen.
What are you gonna do? The whole stick? What is the whole motto of the Lethal Weapon franchise?
I'm too old for this, right?
Get too old for this shit, bro. Y'all old now, bro. Ain't no getting.
Now you're really old.
Y'all old, bro. What are y'all doing, bro? You supposed to get out. Is this real? Man. Like, this is really happening?
I mean, it's MovieWeb. They're not always spot on, but this is like the producer of this is Dan Lin, who is he's a producer of Lethal Weapon, saying that they're all confirmed to come back. Now, look, people say that about scripts and then nothing actually gets sold, right? So who knows if the studio will let Mel Gibson make it. But it sounds like everyone's on down to come back. And I'm with you. They're not too old for this. I think that's the perfect time to do it. Let's do one last.
Joe Pesci, bro.
They're all too old. Pesci won't come back. I think they'll just say he's dead. There's no way Pesci's going to come out of retirement for Lethal Weapon 5. He doesn't need the money.
He's already out of retirement. He did The Irishman.
Yeah, but he did that for Marty. He's not doing this for. Come on, you really think he's going to do it? No way.
Why not? It's Danny Glover, Mel Gibson. These are big guys now.
I get it. No, but nobody. Mel Gibson. Look, okay, I think Mel Gibson should have another shot. I do think look, how long can you kick the guy out? Feels like he's remorseful.
I
I
feel like
agree.
he earned his way back already. He's
Yeah,
been
but I don't
vindicated.
know. I just still think there's going to be some bad people are going to cancel him. Oh, you can't bring. They're going. He just cannot. Certain people are never going to let him return, no matter what, which is hypocritical. But I don't know if Joe. I know Joe Pesci doesn't seem to care about that kind of stuff, and he's so old anyway. Why? What does he care? But anyway, I'm with you. I think this seeing Lethal Weapon come back when they're actually finally too old, because even in 4, you could argue they still could do it, right? They were old, but in 5,
Riggs,
they'd be
yes.
old.
Murtaugh, nah, bruh. Murtaugh in 4, he was washed. He was past that line already, bruh.
Yeah, seeing him like yeah.
I hear you, Riggs. I'm coming. Win it to me, Riggs. Win it to me. You're going to be a father, Riggs. You're going to be a daddy. Here I come, Riggs.
It's true. Like even in like you could tell in Jumanji Next Level, like they did not want to give Danny Glover too much to do.
Bro, he's old, man. He can barely walk. When he jumped in that water, I said, look at this old man about to die on camera.
Genji Fox, thank you. Mel as Mad Max again. I would see that too.
Heck yeah.
I'd see
But
Bird on the.
Tom Hardy in that motherfucker.
I'd watch him and Goldie Hawn come back for Bird on Another Wire. Do you guys remember Bird on a Wire? I always liked that as a kid. Look, there's a lot of Mel Gibson that could be fun. But Lethal Weapon 5, sign me up. It sounds like we agree. Okay, let's go to the next one. Going through the stories that are sort of too small for me to report on my other ones. This is what this sort of show is Jody and I reacting to news. Bill Murray returns in Groundhog Day Jeep Super Bowl commercial. What? Guys, they're shooting him in character. And they're getting Ned, what is his name? Ned Needles, Steven Tobaski as Ned Ryerson, and Bill Murray is as Phil Connor. They're shooting this in Puxatawny, Pennsylvania. They're doing a Jeep commercial where they're going to redo Groundhog Day. We don't know it yet. We don't know where it is, but I'm kind of really excited for this. I feel like that's the perfect way to bring that back, to do a funny little sketch in a smart big budget commercial, to say like, oh crap, he's back to doing it again or whatever. Like there's a very clever way to do that. And I don't want a sequel to Groundhog Day by any means, but doing a commercial, I think that's friggin' brilliant. And look, it could be unfunny, it could suck, but that's what I'm excited for. What do you think? Do you agree?
Yeah, I'm at this point where it's like I don't like Bill Murray. Especially since he's a douchebag, but this is the perfect way to do it, man. When you said, "Oh, Groundhog Day," I'm like, "Yo, they ain't bringing this shit back." And then you like Super Bowl commercial, I'm like, "Yep, that's just about right. That's perfect." You could delve back into the world, let us know that it's still happening. It's him. There he is, and get the freak up out of there. It was a nice trip back to the past, and I think it's perfect. If they do it right, it'll be
they have to do it
perfect.
Right. You're right. They have to do it right. But I think this was one that we don't have to change each other's mind on this one either, because this could again it could be dog crap. This could be really fun.
Oh, what you think the production budget on this commercial?
Oh my God, massive.
Oh, bro, what commercial is it? What is it for?
It's for Jeep. I don't know how you connect the Jeep. Someone's going to drive by, or he's going to get in the Jeep or something. But I mean, you could make this about any product. It doesn't matter. There's a really fun hook there, no matter how you do it, of being stuck and then you get into the product or something. You know what I mean? But
he's going to keep having reliving lives driving the same Jeep.
Yeah, no, but I think it looks like they're doing the scene with Ned Ryerson. They're doing that scene again, which is the one you do if you're going to do it fun, and you get both of those actors older. Like, oh man, we're still here doing this. But why would they be old? Wouldn't he relive at the same age? Look, I'm not going to get nerdy and the continuity of can the Groundhog Day commercial work, but I think this is a clever way to bring it back.
Yeah.
So tune in Super Bowl. There's some other ones. I just did a video. If you haven't watched already, I went because they don't actually do Super Bowl commercials during the Super Bowl anymore. They release them all the week before, so you can actually find them all. So I did a ranking of some of the ones that are. There's a Rick and Morty one that's pretty funny. There was an MC Hammer one that legitimately made me laugh. There's some
KFC chicken MC Hammer.
No, it's for Cheetos. And then Bryan Cranston did a Shining reboot for Mountain Dew that actually I thought was pretty clever. So you can watch anyway. Check those out.
What they doing in 2020? Getting all these iconic actors.
Yeah,
man. The last Super Bowl commercials for the last few years have been terrible.
Money, man. This is the easy way to make money because streaming is, I guess, not paying as much. People are not getting. No one's movie stars these days. You got to get it where you can get it. All right, next up. Bad Boys for Life directors and The Farewell director, Lulu. Did you see The Farewell with Awkwafina?
No.
I liked it. It was pretty good. Anyway, she, the director of that, is up. We had a meeting with Marvel. She didn't really say much. But the even bigger news, that's because they're commenting, is I don't know how to say these guys, Arby and Belial, or Falal. The directors of
Bilal,
Falal, the directors of Bad Boys for Life, apparently met with Marvel, and they said there's nothing concrete. They just met us. They still like the movie.
oh
They said they liked the
wow.
movie, and they told us, "Yo, what do you want to do? Let's find something to work together on." So there's nothing really planned yet. It was just a meeting.
Mm.
But yeah, if we can find something cool now with Disney Plus, it has all evolved so much. There's so much you can do. You can do a movie or you can do a TV show, and we've been so busy with Bad Boys, we've not really explored everything yet. So what we're gonna do right now, and Bilal, we're gonna check out what they've got and see if we'd like to work with them. But it's not like clear what it would be. So look, who. I don't know this topic of this, but like, is this good news? Like, it seems like Marvel is like,
Yeah.
when a movie is hot, they just take a meeting. And then these guys are smartly like, yeah, we're meeting with Marvel. Of course we are, because they're hot S right now, and they're gonna do every gig they can do because they're on fire. This was a huge surprise smash, and everyone's like, okay, come make my movie. We'll find out on their second movie whether they actually are good directors or not. Did you feel like they were worthy enough directors from Bad Boys for Life? Like, I liked the movie, but do you think like it was the directing, or was it just the chemistry and everything else?
It was the chemistry and everything else, and their amazing directing, bro. It was them putting their two minds together. I said this in my last video. Dual directors are the future. I'm predicting dual directors is the new future because it brings two creative minds to come together, argue with one another to get the best possible product, man. I think that dual directors is the way that Hollywood should start going, especially when it deals with pop culture, man. The Russo brothers led the way with that. No, Wachowski sisters.
Mm-hmm.
They did that thing, and
The Wachowskis. I think they're just the Wachowskis now, but it's not even. It's just
sisters.
Lana Wachowski's now. The other one isn't doing Matrix. It's just her now.
Okay, so this is what I mean. Like,
but I hear what you're saying.
Situation, they look what they did with Bad Boys, right? It was amazing, but I'm glad I hope they get a Marvel thing. I'm glad they're getting work. These are like Moroccan directors, which is dope. This is weird. Yep. They remind me of LMFAO. Party
they do.
The way they dress and shit. So I'm down for this, man. It's just, here's my reservation. They were mimicking Michael Bay.
Yeah. Well,
they copied Michael Bay's style to show homage to the franchise. So I don't really know what their real true style is.
Yeah. No, we're in the same agreement. Well, I think they had to, though, because you don't want to go complete. You don't want to suddenly have Denis Villeneuve doing Bad Boys. I just not what you
didn't have to. Not with Bad Boys 3. No one expected that movie to be good.
It wasn't as chaotic or frenetic as a Michael Bay movie. There were moments for sure,
yeah.
But I don't think they went full Bayhem by any means. But they did go big because that's what Bad Boys is supposed to be. But anyway, yes, your point. That's what I'm saying. I won't know if these guys are good until their second movie. So that's where I'm torn of like, Marvel should really sign them up for a movie already? Really?
They're trying. Hey, that's what
they want to lock them in. They want to lock them in quick.
Struggling right now, bro. They got to snap up who they can when they can.
Yeah, and I mean, just them taking the meeting is sort of, it's cred for both of them if you really look at it that way, right? It's because it's like it makes them look like they're hot shit, which Marvel's happy to do, and then it makes Marvel look hot because look, we're meeting with the hottest directors. Like that's it. It's a win-win for everybody. But I don't know. Is directing to Marvel? Is that if I were them, I would go ballsier and try and do an original thing right out the gate. Like you double it down because
I want the money. Marvel got the money. They're overpaying people by millions of dollars, so they did the right thing.
But they don't even need the Marvel right now. They've already they got the Marvel movie by bypassing Marvel. All I'm saying is when you get a win like that, you basically have a free pass to do anything you want in Hollywood. You can make anything you want. So the real directors would do something original.
The paycheck ain't gonna be the same, though, bro.
The what?
The paycheck ain't gonna be the same, though.
No, but if you succeed on that second one, then you're Christopher Nolan and it's unlimited. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
it's like wishing for more wishes.
Marvel movie, you're in the Marvel universe for almost for life.
No, because people are gonna say, well, was it them or Kevin Feige? I mean, yeah, if you were like Taika Waititi or you're James Gunn, if you're like James Gunn or Taika Waititi and you can like actually separate your vision and it's clear that you had an instrumental part, sure. But look at the Captain Marvel duo. They're not coming back. They weren't very good. Scott Derrickson, who brought his own Scott Derrickson, who did his own genre, they didn't even bring him back because he's like, dude, you guys are too hard to do.
Quit because he said y'all motherfuckers are too Disney-fied for me.
Right, but that's my point of, is that really where you want to go? Do you have the control that you should? You're getting a paycheck.
Are we talking creatively or are we talking about getting my bank fat?
Right, but I think you're
I'm in their position. I look at Disney and I want to work with them because they give the big blank checks.
Sure, and I guess if you have your own original property there where you can like, look, all right, I want to take this property you guys aren't even looking at, and can I do an indie with them? Then yes, then it's like a win-win for everybody. But all I'm saying is to jump into the machine and direct WandaVision, that doesn't showcase them. It showcases Marvel. Is all I'm saying. It's a paycheck,
Yeah,
but I feel like
naturally,
they need to show like, hey, this is what we can do, right? So I think we're saying the same things. Just we're going around in different ways about it, but it's going to be interesting to see.
these dudes got to get paid, Andy. All that creative shit later, all that rep.
Well, they'll get paid on the next movie no matter what. But you're right. I don't even think Marvel will pay them that much, honestly, because Marvel doesn't have to pay them because they're not.
Marvel will pay them more than anyone else.
Well, they don't have to, though, because they're Marvel, right? Keep that in mind. They don't have to. They have to pay Taika Waititi now because Taika Waititi is now in demand because he made Jojo Rabbit. That's now an Oscar nomination. He takes freaking risks. You can tell it's a Taika Waititi movie. It's not a Kevin Feige movie. That's the difference. So, yes, if you can do that and earn it, I'm with you. James Gunn, Taika Waititi, Russo's, they established a tone in the Marvel that is their own.
I don't agree.
But, I don't think there have been other ones that can do it. So
I disagree. These dudes have came out with a film that nobody expected to be good, even myself, and I'm a Bad Boys fan. It had riddled with for years of production issues, budget issues, and you just know that these men got pennies to direct this film. They're starving, broke, probably eating ham sandwiches for lunch, bro. They're in the limelight and they're broke. And if I was them and Marvel and Kevin Feige, regardless of how I feel about the MCU, as far as my career goes, if I have an opportunity to shine at Marvel, be it as it may, whatever we feel about them creatively, they're still the number one top dog right now in pop culture. I'm going to do it in order to fix my bank account and get my shit together. Yes, they could go anywhere else at this point and get money, but it won't be that Marvel money.
Sure. No, you're right. Getting the money is a fit. You are correct in money. I'm just trying to think, how do you get unlimited money? How you can take the quick money, or you can plant the seeds.
When is Marvel not unlimited money, bro? Look at you just named James Gunn. He's been there for 3 films. Your boy Taika Waititi, he's going to be there for 3 films and beyond.
Peyton Reed is not the same. Come on, there's not all of them are those directors. There are a lot of directors who are less.
The Russos, them too.
Yeah, but Peyton Reed, we got the directors of Captain Marvel.
That's a trash movie.
But it doesn't matter.
They don't deserve it.
Whose fault was it? How do you know it's theirs?
Because the direction of Captain Marvel was trash.
Anyway, maybe that's fair. It was see. I think Captain Marvel was trash because Feige was pushing not a timeline. He was pushing a lot of stuff. He's like, we need this done now.
It was directed horribly. It felt like
it was.
The shots and scenes and the color and scale, all that shit.
It was also rushed, and there was a lot to it that didn't need to be there. That was Marvel's fault too. But you're right. I'm not going to discredit those directors. It was poorly directed because they were inexperienced, and you could tell they didn't know, they were in over the head. And Feige, I think, and everybody else was like, get this movie done. We need a woman. Oh wait, you're a woman and a man. I guess that's good enough. Hurry up. Yeah, that's sort of what happened. Yeah. All right, let's go as we wrap up. Here's another interesting news. Did you hear about this one? Emilio Estevez will return as Coach Bombay in the Mighty Ducks Disney Plus series. Does this make us excited? Will we watch a Mighty Ducks series if Emilio Estevez returns to the franchise? What do you think? Are you a Mighty Ducks fan? Is it what?
Emilio Estevez is still alive.
Yes.
Where he been? What does he look like?
He's old. He's older now. I mean, life has gotten there. Let's see. Emilio Estevez today.
I'm good. I'm negative on this. I don't like this.
Oh, he looks fine. He's got a beard. Yeah, he looks.
I mean, you're old, and now you're coming back to do a fake washed down, watered down version of the magical Mighty Ducks from the 90s.
What the hell happened to Emilio Estevez? What the hell happened? Well, I hate
where have you been? I haven't seen you on screen in like 25 years, bro.
Dude, sometimes you can't keep the work going. But now he's got the gig. He's getting that Disney money you just talked about. He's finally cashing in that Mighty Ducks check.
Paid.
He's like,
now
dude,
I'm speaking creatively.
I don't care. I've done 3 of these dumb movies. You want me to come back for a dumb series?
He looks like a porn star right now. That's okay.
No, you know what he did? That's right. He directed. He was directing for a little while there. There was a movie he directed about JFK or something. So I think he was doing that. But anyway, so you're not excited. You don't care about...
oh, no. Heck no.
You're not a Mighty Ducks
There's no way
fan.
they're going to capture that magic of the Mighty Ducks. And a lot of it had to do with the fact that we were kids.
Yeah, I liked it. I'm down.
Come on, bro. You're not down for this shit. Come on, bro. We grew up on this.
I'm down for him getting paid.
I'm definitely getting paid too. I'm definitely getting paid too. But I'm not gonna watch this, especially with Disney Plus. It's gonna be the Mighty Ducks, bro. It was kiddie and it was cheesy because it's 90s, but that shit was real and raw. It got serious at moments, man. It had
Yeah.
heart and warmth, and
He was an
this is not gonna go
alcoholic,
there.
had to go coach kids. Like
Yep.
it started. So
Yep.
that's what I'm saying. Mighty Ducks 1, great. D2 and D3, whatever. But I like Mighty Ducks, so we'll see. I'm if it's fun, I might watch with my kids. We'll see. But I'm excited he's getting paid. That's where I'm at. So I guess neither of us have to change our mind because neither of us are that excited about this story. But I thought it was funny. I thought it was pretty funny. All right, this one's interesting. Masters of Universe movie has been postponed and replaced with Uncharted. My opinion on this: the Tom Holland led Uncharted. Can we just cancel Uncharted the movie? Like, why are we? Why? Look, enough. This movie has been through such hell, and I'd much rather see a campy He-Man movie come out than Uncharted. There's no way Uncharted's going to work.
To push forward Uncharted.
Correct. It's going to be directed by Ruben Fleischer, who did Venom. Apparently, is now what they're saying about the new Uncharted movie. And I'm over Uncharted. I've heard about this movie for years, and video game movies are never good. And I'd rather see Tom Holland do something that's going to be more fun to let him be not Spider-Man. But I don't see how Uncharted doesn't become Tomb Raider or Assassin's Creed or everything else we've seen.
What is little young Tom Holland going to be? He ain't going to be Nathan Drake, is he?
Yeah. Which is also silly because it should be Nathan Fillion, not Tom Holland.
Bruh, the babyface Tom is playing grown man Nathan Drake?
Yeah.
Oh no. No. And what production issues was this movie having? I didn't hear about any of those.
Oh, it's been delayed for a long time, and it's had different directors, different actors. Most recently, Travis Knight was exited over scheduling. Action adventure based on a PlayStation game has been a Sony priority even after a number of directors came and went. The current draft is by a Rafi Iron Man team. Yeah. So anyway, this has been gone on and on forever. Travis Knight left and then did. I've come in from Bumblebee. He was supposed to do this, and then everyone thought, oh, finally, it's going to get made, and then he even left. Look, there's too much stank on this movie. Tom Holland, get out of there.
I get it. I know why. Okay, this is Sony, yes?
Yes.
All right,
that's why.
So part of the deal to come back to Sony and Spider-Man. Come on back. We'll give you Uncharted. I can see it now. You want to be Nathan Drake? We'll give you all those movies.
Yeah,
I just
you're
think
right.
This is just perks for getting Tom Holland.
Well, Tom Holland was under contract. Sony owns Tom Holland for at least one more movie. So that's why he's doing Spider-Man. He had to leave Disney. That's why he drunkenly called Bob Iger. But yeah, why would he want to keep staying in that family and not join into Disney? Because Sony owns them, so he's playing both sides. All I know is, dude, come on, Tom Holland, read the writing on the wall. You're a talented guy, it seems. Find another franchise for yourself. Become a movie star. Uncharted is not the direction. Am I crazy?
Yeah, a little bit. Uncharted, I would say Uncharted is the direction because Uncharted is popular, bro. A lot of people love that game.
Sure.
A lot of people will watch the film. A lot of people watch it. Tom Holland got a fan base. He got a lot of them.
You think Uncharted will break the video game movie curse?
Whoa. Let's not go that far extreme. Now, wait a minute. Let's keep this in perspective here. I didn't say that, but I did say that this is a popular franchise and that Tom Holland has a huge he got like a watered down Justin Bieber fan base. He got a lot of them white girls creaming over him, man. So I think this movie can make a lot of money and Uncharted is popular. Tom Holland is popular. And then you said Venom director. That sounds even worse. But then Venom made like almost $900 million.
Yeah, so Venom was a success.
This might make a lot of money, bro.
It definitely could. So you're on board. You.
Heck no, I ain't on board. No, I'm just looking at. I understand why it's happening. I don't agree with it, but I just like to look at things on the other side of the spectrum. Sometimes.
Yeah, look, the movie game's popular. I could see that, and he's popular. It doesn't mean the movie's going to be popular, obviously, but the odds are not in its favor. I do like him, but he doesn't seem like a Nathan Drake to me.
No, it took out Masters of the Universe, though. That's the thing. They sunk that for this.
Yes, and I don't like that. I would much rather watch the Masters of the Universe movie and some campy fun than Uncharted. So, all right, we're on that agreement to go. Let's go to a couple more quick ones. Guys, as we wrap up the stream, if you have any headlines you want to do, hit them up in the super chats down. We'll interrupt and bring you into the conversation.
Doing this. This is
so it's like just fun. Let's talk about the news and see what we can agree.
I like it.
Here we go. Next up, Jim Carrey compares his Sonic the Hedgehog character to the Riddler. Are we excited for this? I'm excited for Carrie to come back. I'm excited
Yeah.
for Carrie to do his old '90s style, and I
Yeah,
love that
baby.
he's even
Bring
like
it.
he's bringing Riddler back. I'm like, yes, that's what I want, and I want my kids to appreciate the Jim Carrey I loved when I was younger too. So and they're excited for Sonic, so I'm like, please bring it, because I'll be like, yeah, Jim Carrey, he's great, isn't he? So I'm rooting for it. We'll see, but my opinion on this one changed my mind or agree. I'm rooting for Jim Carrey to actually pull off Robotnik and have Sonic be a fun kids movie, potentially video game kids movie. What do you think?
I think because we're adults that we understand who Jim Carrey had to be, and when he started to go dark, and he had to started to do other acclaimed acting films. But we all remember where he came from. We know his roots, and it is even when I watched that terrible looking trash Sonic trailer with that ugly CG version of Sonic, that made me want to throw up. When I
It's so
saw
ugly.
only Jim Carrey could be when you cast a skinny Dr. Robotnik with that terrible looking Sonic, and you're ready for the fans to completely explode. There's a few people I could probably count on my one hand that you could cast and throw into that situation, and we walk out like, you know what, freak this movie, but that Dr. Robotnik is okay. I'm gonna give him a chance. And Jim Carrey is one of those people, bro. Automatically, I figured like, all right, Jim Carrey's gonna be firing this, and then when you hear he bringing that Riddler back, you know what I'm saying? Because he was doing the little animations and shit in the trailer. I'm like, oh, look at Jim. He doing this old school goofy shit again. He's doing the fast talking and shit. I'm down for this 100%. This for us adults, right? So for the kids, they just want to see Sonic. Oh, Sonic, okay, no, Sonic. All right, yeah, fine, little guy. Get your popcorn, let's go. We are here to see Jim Carrey, bruh, do Cable Guy, Ace Ventura type shit, and Riddler. So I'm here for Jim. This is gonna be fire.
Yeah, no, I'm excited too. I
Yeah,
think this could be a lot of fun, and I might report on this later, but I hear there's something fun about this movie that people don't know yet. That I think it's the Sonic. I think will be more popular than I think people are giving it a credit for. It's going to be a kids movie. It's going to be the same sort of style, but I think there's more to the movie coming. Stay tuned. But I'm with you also. Just Jim Carrey, I think, is funny. And it's nice to see him back and sort of go to his roots and have an opportunity to do that in a kids movie where it can sort of be justified than him trying to do Dumb and Dumber 2, which, that was horrific watching him and Jeff Daniels as old people try to play like their young Dumb and Dumber selves. It didn't work. I was really hoping it would, but it was really creepy and uncomfortable and not funny. So this is a much better place for him to have his playground. So I'm excited. So there we go. We agree. Here we go. Next up, a couple more last thoughts. If you got them, chime in. Birds of Prey director. Oh, this is the last one, I think. Birds of Prey director Kathy Yan shares killer advice she got from Patty Jenkins. Jody, I know you're a Patty fan. Could advice from Patty help steer the ship? Do you want to hear what the advice was?
I do.
I had such institutional support from the get-go, but at the same time, every day I remembered being very concerned about, I've never done this before. I actually called up Wonder Woman director Patty Jenkins during prep, and I'm like, what am I doing? She told me, you've got to remember that no one knows this movie as much as you. That's what makes you the director. And it was really, really helpful. What does that mean? Don't forget, Kathy. You know the movie. You are the director of the movie.
She had to have said more than that.
That's what was said. That was what was shared. That was it. You've got to remember, Kathy, that no one knows the movie as much as you do. That's what makes you the director. Now, look, I get it. She's going more broad with the director advice of you gotta, the script, you know what's going on, you've created all the stuff, you got to be confident. I get it, but I don't know. I think Kathy should have kept this one to herself because it just sounds kind of stupid. I don't know if that gives me more confidence.
What she reiterated wasn't enough.
No.
I know that was probably a 10-minute, 20-minute, 30-minute conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
She just funneled down into one sentence.
Yeah, this was not. So this doesn't sell you on her Patty Jenkins.
Heck no. Heck no. That scares me.
She also now opened up how it feels to be one of the few members of a special class female directors who have made 4 of the biggest superhero movies of 2020. The Birds of Prey director was effusive in her response It's pretty freaking amazing. Hopefully it does what we all hope it does, which is prove that female directors can do movies of scale. I remember when I was just starting off being told, actually, we're looking for female directors, but there aren't that many that want to do action movies. I remember thinking, I do. I love action movies. Women are capable of this. So look, I like her comment there. That's true.
Yeah.
You got to give them shots at bat. Otherwise, they'll never learn how to hit a home run. And so I support her there. I like that quote better. But the first one was just, I don't know, that didn't sell me. And I was excited because I saw this article and I'm like, ooh, what did Patty Jenkins share with Kathy? And it was, don't forget, you know as much as you.
Totally different in my mind. I'm like, Patty, oh yeah, I already know what she probably hit her with some stuff on a real personal level that's really inspiring, but that was uninspirational. But look, I have no hype for this film, but the fact that she reached out to Patty was dope. It makes sense. But I don't think let's assume that I'm pretty sure she got like a lot more advice than that, right? If she doesn't use the advice, if she didn't use the advice for this film, what good is it? You know what I'm saying? So it'd be stuff that it would be knowledge she would have to heed and put into execution. Do I bank on the fact that she did that? I probably won't, because every director is different. It's hard to take creative advice from other directors when you yourself as a director should have your own creative. You shouldn't have no other director micromanaging how you direct. It's kind of weird. It's like rappers telling other rappers how to rap. It's just weird, bro. Do your thing. I'm gonna do mine. So I just hope that this film is as good as it could possibly be, and freak this movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to give the movie a shot. I'm seeing it. We'll see. But Michael Bryce is saying perhaps she's referring to the point of like standing how she fought for the no man's land scene. I think that's what she meant. That could be a very valid. Again, it would have been nice for her to say like Patty did for the no man's land scene, because that scene to me was really a defining moment of that movie. It was fantastic, and when you hear no one else wanted that scene but Patty, you're just like, who on earth said don't have that scene?
Yeah.
Suits. And so it suits, exactly. And so she knew the movie. She stood for it. So in that regard, I get what she's going for. Just it didn't read well in the context of an article. I was more hyped. And,
I don't know, man. What do you expecting from this movie, man? What are you expecting? I'm thinking. Let me give you my idea.
Yeah,
525 million worldwide, end of the day box office. Mediocre film by DC fans. Marvel fans will hate it, and critics will probably think this is a rotten film.
Well, look, I think it's got surprising competition in Sonic and other things coming out, so it'll be interesting to see if it can have its legs, right? Because it could have a good opening, but I don't know if it's going to have the legs to actually sustain it and get to that high level you're talking about. I'm just trying to figure out what did like Suicide Squad make?
700 million, 700 and change.
And that dropped out when? Do you remember what release was
August?
that?
August.
Okay, so that's an unfair comparison, because it is, if you have a good lead movie in August, you can sort of own the month, which that movie got to do.
Black Panther owned the month that made the most money out of any.
I don't think Birds of Prey will own February, so that's where I think it's going to be less.
There's nothing coming out in February that's going to compete with Birds of Prey.
You don't think Sonic can do some damage?
Heck, some damage. What's damage? Throw a rock in my window?
No, people going to see that instead.
Kids, yeah, but you don't want them. It's rated R, bro.
Fair. Okay, it's valid. It is rated R. It's not PG-13. Yeah. I'm forgetting they did finally commit to an R-rated movie. Yeah, I'm looking at sort of the rest of the movies coming out in February. And those really are the only two majors that sort of matter. So all right. So I mean, look, and it's February. It has all of month of February. So
beginning of February too. Yes.
Yeah, and then it's got Valentine's Day. So couples are gonna go because it is. I think a lot of women are gonna want to go see it. They're definitely advertising it. They're advertising it sort of ladies' night, as I know near me. Mm-hmm. So they're going to try and get, like they did with Hustlers, like, hey, take the girls and go see Birds of Prey because it's about women together, which is a smart way to do it. And then they're still going to get all the comic book fans who are going to go anyway. But if you can sort of aim a comic book fan to women and actually get them to come out in a large majority, and then the comic book fans come, it could be pretty big. So, yeah, look,
Bo is in the chat. He said all-female team. That means the critics will excuse it even if it's trash.
You know what? I don't disagree. I think there will be people who will give it they'll be more polite Whether they, are grave about it, I don't know. But I could see some people being polite, unless the movie's trash, like it really is, like a chaotic mess, like Suicide Squad was. I don't know. That I think that won't matter, because not everyone liked Ghostbusters either. The people were harsh on Ghostbusters when it came out. Critics weren't completely on board. And then Ocean's 11, what was it? Ocean's 9. I really wanted to like that movie, and I just did not like that movie. The all lady Ocean's 11.
Oh, eight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It wasn't. It just felt unnecessary. Like, who cares? Why just cast cool people and make a movie? What?
I knew what that movie was, even though I liked some of the actresses in it. I didn't watch it on purpose because I knew what they were trying to do.
Yeah, I wanted to like it. I went in rooting for it because I love spy movies, and I don't know. Just felt
like. Did they do it? Did they do it?
Did they do what?
That all women. This.
Yeah, Ocean's 8 is all women.
I know it is, but did they do the SJW bullshit, the women over men unfair bullshit?
No, I didn't feel like they did that.
So it just was a bad movie with all women.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Was it bad?
But then it wasn't. They sort of connected Matt Damon to it.
Not
like
viable?
They connect because she was related to him. It was like his sister or something. I forget. There was a tie-in. It wasn't like a complete Ghostbusters ignoring Danny Ocean. I forget. It was Sandra Bullock was like the sister or the cousin. There was some connection, and then Matt Damon had a cameo, and someone else, the guy who does the I forget. It's been a while. I watched it once, but there were some connections to the first trilogy, to the original trilogy. Sorry, not the original with Dean Martin. Everybody, I'm talking the George.
Have you seen Widows?
No, I've been wanting to. Is that good?
It was good. It was good for me. I gave it like a B. It was good. It was a good movie.
It's on my list, but I like those types of movies. Did you see Parasite? Different,
I did.
I like that one a lot.
I like
different
that
style, sort of
man,
different.
That's one of my favorites.
It's not really a heist, but it kind of is. It sort of feels like you're like, what is going on? And I love the direction.
That was my first subtitle film I ever watched.
Wow, good for you, man. That's
because I don't. But now I broke the fear of subtitles. Now I'm about to go on a binge.
The one I loved that was mine that really sold me on foreign was Amélie, the French film. Really visually stunning, really just amazing film.
What's it about? Is it like a romantic thing?
Yeah, it's a romantic film, but it's R and it's just quirky and cool. And what's his name? The director did Delicatessen. He's a great director. He did Alien 4. No. It's not like that. It's a quirky, funny, slightly dark at times, but more just check it out. People.
What's it called again?
Amélie, Amelie. I think it was on Netflix for a really long time. But anyway, there's a lot of foreign films. Once you get past, as the director said of Parasite, once you get past that line, there's so many amazing movies to find. But
somebody else sent me that quote today, man. I can't believe he said that. It's ironic that the first film that I watched with subtitles, the director said, as soon as you break the subtitles, the 1-inch margin on the screen.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's a good question for everyone watching as we wrap up the show. What foreign film broke your cherry? What was the first movie you watched, you read, and you were like, all right, I can do this? Because I agree, for some filmmakers it's tough. But I'm curious. I watched.
Was Crouching Tiger? I think Crouching Tiger was subtitled too. It was English and the subtitles, wasn't it?
I actually leave subtitles on a lot now because my girlfriend's from Puerto Rico, and so she can speak fluent, but it's still sometimes easier. And there's certain shows now where I actually like when it's on because I got kids too. And so I've gotten used to sort of just having it there because if the kid's screaming or whatever, it's just there to back up. So I'm getting used to that anyway, but it's like subtitles aren't a problem to me. But I agree, it's sometimes nice to just zone out and watch the visuals, the whole movie. But you can still do it, and it's good to practice your reading skills. So good for you, man. Let's all suggest some more subtitle movies for Jody so we can get it.
Train to Busan.
Oh, Beautiful Boy. That was a really depressing movie on Amazon Prime.
Someone told me to watch Old Boy.
Yeah, that's the original.
The original Old Boy. I saw the one with Josh Brolin.
Yeah, no, the original. Well, you should have watched the original first.
And the Devil, something.
La Femme Nikita is a good one too. Yeah, I like that one too. From Luc Besson. That's fun. There's a bunch. The Raid.
Seen The Raid.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot talking. And they have you might have watched the dubbed version. But that's also a foreign film. There's a lot of cool action stuff you can do. But there you go. Cool. Congrats. All right. Well, there we have it. Thank you for joining us in the show. Thank you for all the commenters coming out. I thought I saw. Oh, there was one. Did I get it? Why is there a long embargo for Harley Quinn? I didn't know there was. I'm seeing it. Embargo means the critics aren't allowed to.
No, I know what the embargo is, but when is it?
Oh, I didn't get one yet. I see it Wednesday. This week I'm good for your show, normal time. Next week I see Harley Quinn on Wednesday, and I think.
I'm sticking one back at you, Andy.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it tomorrow.
Oh, are you? Oh, there you go. So you have a long. So you should know, when's the embargo good till?
I'll find out tomorrow in case no one knew tonight. I was just hoping.
Oh yeah, good. Let me know, because it sounds like they're making everyone hold it for a while. I don't know why they're so late here, but yeah, if you're seeing it that early, that's usually a better sign. But it depends when they allow you to talk about it. Maybe they're trying to get your reaction, and then you can always. I've had movies push the embargoes up if the reactions are good after the screening, but it's usually safer if they're slightly concerned. That they hold on to it so they don't.
The last movie I remember doing that was Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman had an embargo that was, I believe, 2 days before, which showed a little bit of confidence. But once the initial press came out, which was 2 weeks before release, they dropped the embargo back a whole week.
Yeah, no, I remember that. There was a lot of people were just like, they were so nervous about that movie. And then people were just coming like, guys, you have a good movie. Like, what are you doing? And the marketing department was so nervous coming off all the other DC movies that they're like, no, what? Really? It's just like, they didn't know what to do. But you're totally right. That was a funny sort of reveal. And they're like, oh my God, people are liking a DC movie. Wait, what? We're not getting hated on and death threats? Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Okay, fine. You guys can review it.
Change the game.
But yeah, it was fantastic. But I'll be curious. So yeah, call me afterwards. Just give me a heads up after you see it off the record so I can get prepared. And there we go. That was the show. Thank you for helping. We changed each other's mind a couple there times, and thank you for the serious conversation at the start. I thought we got some headway there. We got some good conversation done. So those of you stuck around, spread the word that I am that message for me. And thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe to Jody's Corner over on YouTube if you haven't already. I imagine you have, but you should. If you're just tuning in or finding this video later, you can find his subscription link in the comments down below. And I'll try and put the annotations there as well. But go support Jody. I'll be there tomorrow night for Yin Yang. So exciting. It's more of a even aggressive version of this. We really come at each other. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then tune in Nerd Wars here Thursday night at 9. It should be another fun episode. We had Dick Masterson, but he has to bail to the next week. But I have another couple guests just locking in the topics and guests. I'll announce that soon. But stay tuned. We'll have a lot of fun stuff. So thank you, everybody, for watching. More news coming. And stay tuned to everybody out there. Have a good one. That's all I got. Bye, everybody.
Deuces.